Guys, today we are announcing the Saving Grace Jungle Fever Tour. Pre-sale registration is now live with pre-sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. and general sale at 10 a.m. Friday. Get your tickets quick before they're gone. Welcome back to another episode of Saving Grace. Today is another solo ep and it's a Q&A. I've asked a few questions online and I'm going to answer them truthfully with all my heart. So I'm going to start with my GCSEs and A-levels because there's a lot going on. Also, I feel like a lot of my followers are quite young. And I remember when I was at school, right, they were like, you know, if you don't get good GCSEs, you're going to never do anything and you're going to be, I don't know what, doing nothing. And I did not, well, not that this is a shock, but I am not very academic, which doesn't shock anyone. I left school with 2 GCSEs, one in drama, which I'm going to be honest with you, wasn't hard, yeah? For my drama GCSE, I played deaf, which is very fitting, because I'm very much a glass, half empty type of person. But I played deaf, and all the people around me had died, and I had to tell them they died. It was very uplifting. And funny enough, I was dressed as a skeleton, and at the time I used to smoke, and I was outside smoking and I got caught and I was trying to deny it, and the headmaster was like, there's literally no other skeletons that were smoking, and I thought, you've got me there. So yeah, I got caught smoking there. So yeah, back to that. I got 2 GCSEs, one in drama, one in English, which again is probably shocking, and then I went to somewhere called Cambridge Reject College, big up, and I did media level 2. I passed it, get up, and then I also did TV and film, and then I went to uni. So, you know, anything can fucking happen. I also passed my maths. I sat down in a class, it was full of people that didn't pass maths, and I got that substitute teacher and I went, you fucking sit with me for this whole year, and she did, and I passed, which was a shock to all. But yeah, so technically I've got 3 GCSEs and a master's, so suck on that. Would you do a show again in Glasgow? I would. Glasgow, for this tour, I had Louis Spence, and he was so much fun. Genuinely, Louis Spence is like a bundle of energy. But Glasgow's like a good, and also I remember at Glasgow we went to a karaoke bar, and it was like, one thing about tours, we don't spend a lot of money because we go to the down and outs. We went to this like down an alleyway karaoke bar. It was hell. It smelled of sick, actually. Trigger warning for me. It was nasty. There was people doing Celine Dion. I think someone sung Kiss. There was a lot going on, a lot of different genres. It was very overstimulating for me, but luckily there was a bar, so I was fine. And yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed Glasgow, so I would definitely go again. And say if I had a tour next year, I will be going, and I'm going to add some more dates because people get fucking arsey with me. And let me just quickly say, it's not my fault, it's the tour company's fault. So if you want to have a go at anyone, have a go at them. Give me a break. Weirdest encounter with a fan. I don't have a lot of weird encounters. A lot of my followers are very nice. I would say all day, every day, throwback to the first tour when a girl came up to me and went, my boyfriend fancies you, don't fucking know why though, you don't have an arse. And I thought, that's fair enough. Or the girl that got thrown out for starting on my manager will always be an incredible memory. Loved that. It was sensational. First tour was rogue because we went to the roguest places, and there was one city where, no joke, everyone in the audience was off their tits. But yeah, as we're getting bigger and better, I can go to more places, so thank God. My go-to hangover meal, let me tell you this. When I am violently hungover, what I like to do is I like to get a fizzy, not you shaking your head. Why are you shaking your head? She's shaking her head eating a rice cake. Grow up. Anyway, I like to get a fizzy Lucozade Sport, the orange one. Not a Sport, sorry, the fizzy Lucozade, the orange one. Get some electrolytes in me. Then I like to have maybe pizza or pasta all day long. Sometimes I like to throw myself into a full English, but sometimes the tomato can be, and the mushroom can be too much textures for me. It can be too much for me. And sometimes I can't even eat because I feel that sick. But yeah, to be honest with you, I'll eat anything hungover. It just takes me a little minute to get there. But I would suggest Lucozade if you're hungover right now watching this, which you probably are. And also, what I've been doing recently is I've been putting, if you type in on YouTube, hangover frequencies, it really helps. I was once on a shoot And truly, don't call me Julie, it was like a 6 a.m. call time. So I rocked up and I was so hungover. I felt sick. I was like hunched over and I put on Hangover Frequencies and it absolutely saved me, genuinely. If I wasn't doing social media, what would I be doing? To be honest with you guys, I would say I'd have an office job because I think this is a bit of me. I can have some cute cropped blazers, some nice little trousers, some little kitten heels, bit of fun, maybe a bouncy blow. Fuck it. Overnight curls probably, actually, I'm quite lazy. And I would love the fact that I could have some like post-it notes on the side. I can have me pens and highlighters. I can pack me lunch. I can get a Pret. I just think it would just be just quite fun. I can have the one thing about offices is the office drama. I absolutely thrive on office drama. When it comes to my friends that work in offices, I'm like, what's happened this week? Who's fucked who? One thing about recruiters is they all fuck each other. That's one thing I've learned. Never ever date a recruiter is what I'd say, because they do fuck each other. Scary job. And one thing about a normal job as well scares me is Christmas parties, because I would be that one person to take it too far and just probably lose my job. But if I'm talking dream job, sometimes I listen to Beyonce's Super Bowl performance and imagine it's me. I'd love to be able to be someone that sings really well and can really fucking belt out something and just give it large. I think what a dream job that is. Because no matter how ugly you are, if you can sing, you suddenly become a little bit more attractive. Do you know what I mean? But if you can sing a bit of Celine Dion, you're fucking sorted. I used to do singing lessons actually, but it was opera. We won't talk about it. They offered singing lessons at my school and I thought, yeah, get a load of this. So I did it and it was opera. And it was really, really a lot. I know exactly what you're about to type and you can fuck yourself. It says, give us some opera. Guys, I was so bad. Do you know what's worse as well? Is it was in the drama block and there were these really long windows and it was during lunch. So while people were in lunch, I was like belting out a bit of like, don't know what. No, I'm not doing it. But to be honest with you, and I did music at school as well. I didn't pass that either because I couldn't read music. But where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? Dead? No, we do have fun. I would say... fucking hell, in 10 years' time, how old will I be in 35? Goodness me. I would say in 10 years' time, I would like to still be with my wife. I'd love to have 2 dogs. I'd love to be proposed to. Just a subtle hint. And I would love to be on the telly. And you know what? I'd love to be a better person. As in, I hope in 10 years' time, I have the skin of a rhino and nothing affects me and I'm well confident. And maybe I'll be on the Real Housewives of London because I'm a wag. That's what I want for my future. And if that doesn't happen, and if I'm still riddled, hopefully I'll have a good therapist. I mean, in 10 years' time, hopefully I found the right therapist. Goodness me. What's the best thing about being out? I think I've always, to be honest with you, I think a lot of my following is like gay men or like the girls or whatever. But I think it's nice now that maybe people feel more comfortable with me. I don't know, like I feel like, you know, sometimes you get those girls that are just like, oh, I like gay people because I like a gay best friend. Whereas I feel like, I don't know how to word it. I don't know. I just think it's nice to be part of something that is nice. And also, it's nice to just be able to speak about how I feel and not be judged about it. And I can sit on this fucking sofa and talk about strap-ons and none of you judge me. Some of you might. But a lot of you don't judge me, which is quite nice. And it's quite nice as well speaking to my parents about things like that because they're not really used to... I mean, my mum loves gay men. Like, I think she was upset that I wasn't born a gay man, which is completely fair. But she just... they're all so intrigued by it. Like, sometimes my dad will just sit there, especially after a few drinks, and be like, So what's that about? Like, what's a bit of this? And it's just funny to have those conversations with them. And weirdly, I feel like it's brought me and my parents a little bit closer. I don't know why, but I just feel like they're so proud of me now after doing it. Or just like just having a girlfriend and being like, I've got a girlfriend. I feel like my parents are just really proud of me for it, which is quite nice. What is the weirdest interaction you've had with a stranger? Once when I was working at Costa, and hopefully they've changed this by now, but when you open, it was just one person opening the shop. And so it would just be me opening. It would be dark in the morning, like in November's, it's dark. And it's just me, this little old girl opening, and you'd serve a few customers for half an hour before the next person came in. And one time this man came in, there was no one else in the shop apart from me. And I was like, hey, like, what do you want? And he was like, I've just got out of prison. And I thought, okay. And he was like, yeah, like, and it was for like a really violent crime. And he was telling me all of this, and I was just really on edge. And he kept doing that thing where he was looking around him, and I thought, this is really, really weird. But he took his medium black Americano, I remember it well, no milk on the side, and he had 2 brown sugars with it. And I said, enjoy your freedom. And he said, thank you. I thought, right, and I always wondered, did he ever go back? Or did he stay out? It's just the little things. How do you get into WAG industries? Well, guys, I'll give you a bit of this. What I did is I sent out a call on my podcast, which arguably I do cringe at now because I just think, what was that about? And also, weirdly enough, when I said it, I didn't actually think I wanted a footballer. Like, I wasn't really asked. I just thought it was like a funny thing to say. And then I met my wife, and I fucking love it. 'Cause I just fucking love seeing her in football shorts, fucking ponytail, kicking that shit about, giving it one up to the other girls on the pitch. Like, it's fucking fit. Like, I wouldn't date a hairdresser. Do you know what I mean? There's no excitement in watching my wife cut a bob, you know? But each their own. If you want to date a hairdresser, that's absolutely fine. No tea, no shade. But what I would say is maybe I've just had Katie Lee on, and what I'd say is she would go to the games. Maybe pick a team. I remember when I was trying to pick a football team before I met my wife, and I thought, this is really hard. So I picked the ones that were winning the most. Well, I don't even support them now. I just thought, fuck it, I'll pick a team. And I thought maybe I'll go to, like, I don't know, just maybe go to games. I'd say go to games, meet other people there. Maybe fucking start following players that you think are fit, maybe, and see if they notice you. Or what would you suggest? How do people in your team meet their girlfriends? Good chat, that. I think it's more in sport. You meet them in the sport? Start up a sport. Start up a sport and get into it that way. And maybe pick the best player to get with. Because if you want to be a proper wag, you can't have a shitty player, you know? You've got to have a good one, like mine. So pick a good player. That's what I would do. You like that? She nodded. Biggest pet peeve. Is this in general? My biggest pet peeve, actually, is when I'm walking on the street and I see people spit on the floor, like phlegm on the... I think there is nothing more disgusting than when you're walking just in general. I'm not talking about during sport. I'm talking about walking down the street and you hear someone phlegm on the floor. I think, you dirty, dirty fucker. That's phlegm. That's from like the depths of your soul. And you fucking spat that out for me to tread on in my Crocs. My open-toed, holy Crocs. You sick fuck. That's what I think. That's my pet peeve. Or when people drive really sheepishly. You know, when they're constantly like 1 mile an hour stopping. If you're scared to drive, don't drive. Get a bus. Or a train. That's what I would say. Or actually... people that don't put the heating on in workplaces. You know when you go somewhere, it's fucking freezing outside and there's no heating, or you're on a bus, it's freezing. Can someone put the heating on, please? We're cold-blooded animals. I don't know what we are, but I feel cold-blooded. Weirdest date you've been on. I actually haven't really been on dates. I've got a gun to my head right now, but actually there was one. I never saw him again. We went ice skating, and I hate ice skating. I just think, fucking, I can't ice skate, so what's the point? Went for food. I don't like eating in front of people. Yeah. And then he told everyone he slept with me and he didn't. So that was the weirdest date I've been on. My favourite podcast guest so far would be, I would say my favourite podcast so far is, don't laugh. Do you know what? As much shit I get for it, maybe Tana Mojo. Tana Mojo was so fucking good and she was such a nice person and she spilt that tea. She was amazing. It was actually lovely to watch. So, like during lockdown or whatever, me and my friend Hat would always watch Tana on YouTube, always watch her podcast. So then to have that full circle moment of her coming on my podcast was absolutely insane. And it was just, yeah, it was really nice. My favourite podcast I've been on was probably Shits and Gigs. I really enjoy, like, Fuad and James are lovely. Or anything with Jamie Lang. I've been on a few of Jamie Lang's and Jamie Lang is so nice. Like, he's always really welcoming and he always really laughs at me. And I don't know whether it's pity laughs, but my favourite podcast episode was with Jamie Lang and Sophie. That was honestly, like, I have never laughed that much. It was so funny. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. Biggest ick I've ever had. Probably when, sorry babe. This isn't about you. So it's okay. I've never had the ick with you, never will. You could do anything, you shit on my chest, I'll never have the ick with you. And it proves that I love you, yeah? Since with someone in a foreign country and they started putting on the accent of the foreign person talking to us. And I'm talking like we're ordering food. And the person's like, yes, what would you like? And the person next to me is going, could I have the linguine? I'm going, what are you doing? And they're like, what? Like, they understand me better. I said, what the fuck are you doing? And genuinely, from that point onwards, I never got over that because I thought that is so embarrassing that you're like, even like people that say croissant, but they go croissant. Like, I think, relax. I don't know. I just think, that's the biggest ick I've had. And I think that's fair enough. Dream guest on the pod, Paris Hilton. Please, God, I'm on my knees begging. Miranda Hart, please come on the pod. I'm begging. I've messaged. I've tagged on stories. Like, this is my icon. I'm only funny because of Miranda Hart. I remember I was really weird at school, so I bought her box sets and copied all the jokes she did. It was actually really sad, but it did get some laughs. And I used to say such fun all the time. Yeah, that's my icon. I'd love to have her on the pod. Please, God, I will put your books all over this set. Yeah? Cool. What are your Christmas plans? My Christmas plans are, it's just me, my mum and my dad this year. Only because I don't want to leave my parents alone at Christmas to see my wife. So it's just us three. And do you know what? I think it'll be fun. We always have small Christmases anyway because I don't really have a big family at all. So it's going to be fun. I think we're going to maybe go out to eat somewhere. And so my mum doesn't have to cook. And we're going to play some Monopoly. And yeah, just a bit of fun, really. Talk us through your dinner. Listen, my dinner at Christmas is tragic. I can't even talk you through that. It's like watery gravy, hard chicken. Like, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So yeah, any gifts I want, I would like an apron, so I don't get my clothes messy when I'm cooking for Eyelashes. I'd like a little wag apron. It would be a bit of fun. And I'd like a dressing gown. That's all I've asked for this year, really. Yeah. And hey, easy to please. New Year. So New Year, I'm spending it with Lashes, of course. We're going to go to a pub with all of her family. It's going to be more tame than last year, thank God. Yeah, we're just going to do that. And I don't have any resolutions because I always feel like I do resolutions and then it's always pressure for the year. So I'm not going to have any, maybe to be mentally well. That's going to be my resolution. This year, I'm going to be mentally well. So yeah, maybe fix the mental illness. So what I'm getting my girlfriend for Christmas, I already know. I'm getting a personalised number plate, which I think is cute because she wants that anyway. And it means, you know, any other blonde bitch driving past her, I'm on the number plate. And that's it. Dilemma. My best friend keeps pissing me off, but I can't bring myself to call her out. Or ditch her. Well, listen, I'm known for not having a backbone, so I wouldn't call her out either. But I'd say, yeah, ghost. If she keeps pissing you off, it's something that can't be fixed. If it's just her, maybe just take some time away from her. Maybe no, don't ghost her. Maybe just take some time away from her, and then you might learn to miss her. And things that you might find annoying now, you might not find annoying. And if you don't miss her, then you don't have to speak to her again. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you work together. You don't have to see her every day. I'm in love with my guy best friend. We've been sleeping together for a year now. We keep telling each other we don't have feelings and still sleep with other people, but I hate it. Do I tell him I love him? Right, well, this is why you don't have friends with benefits. Like, I've never had that, and I just think it's silly because one of you will catch feelings. And something about men is they don't catch feelings. They can have sex with people and they don't catch feelings, right? So what I would say is, you say, look, I don't want to sleep with you anymore because, to be honest, maybe just say, look, I don't want to sleep with you anymore because I feel like I might start catching feelings. I feel like I'm at that stage. I'm someone, like yourself. I'm someone that, like I'm a wife. Like I can't really sleep with people without like getting feelings. And then if he goes, oh, okay, cool. He's not the man for you. Find someone out. No, find someone else. You'll be fine. And I just feel like, yeah, that's not a good idea. And if he's sleeping with other people, you're sleeping with other people, you just stop it. Stop it now. That's what I would say. Who is your fictional hear me out? I want to hear yours. Your fictional hear me out. Have you ever seen a cartoon and thought, okay, Cat in the Hat. I see that. I do see that. Funny. I remind you of Cat in the Hat. Okay. Maybe we should... You'd have a laugh. Yeah. I do that. Okay, who would mine be? I always think the alley cat in Aristocats. Like, what was his name? Tom or something? Toulouse. That one, bottom right. Up, middle right. Yeah, because... Thomas O'Malley, the alley cat. He likes jazz, like he swoons, and he helps her save all her kids. Toulouse, there's drunk geese. I've always tried to make her watch this film and she won't watch it with me. It's such an amazing film. I don't think your other hear me out would be in, is it Footloose, Dirty Dancing? No, Hairspray, where Zac Efron does the knee slide. There we go. That's the bit that made you question whether you were gay. You said that to me before. Don't take it back now. Goodness me. Yeah, that would be Thomas O'Malley and yours would be Zac Efron knee sliding. Okay. I feel like that's a bit of fun. I remember watching Pussycat Dolls, when I grow up, and Nicole Scherzinger was on the car. They were dancing on taxis. And I thought, I quite enjoy that, actually. And I'm thinking, although then I was like, am I gay? Because like, when I was younger, I used to watch emo boys kissing. We've all been there, haven't we? So yeah, unsure. I think I knew I was some sort of gay, but I didn't know why. I used to like watching emo boys kissing. I don't know what that was about, but it used to make me tingle. So yeah, good for me. And also I remember seeing, do you remember Tumblr was about, and was this film Black Swan or something? And there was like a lesbian scene in it. I'd always see the scene from Black Swan of them two fucking it up. And I just used to what was that film you made me watch? No, you cannot find this film anywhere. We had to watch it illegally. It's called Below Her Mouth. This bitch, she starts cheating on her husband with a woman and she gets walked in on while being fucked by a strap-on in the bath. She's bent over. And that was a lot. I would watch it again. But it was a lot, yeah. So, yeah, if you want to see if you're gay, maybe watch Below Her Mouth. Right, now to finish, I've got a special little surprise for you. I've got Eyelashes on the pod. What advice shall we give to people that are going through winter breakups right now? Because this is a hard time of year to go through a breakup.
What I would say is, don't block them. and post the shit out of what you're doing and you're having the best time ever.
And looking good.
Looking good.
Hire a glam team. You can use mine if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post you having the best time ever.
Right.
I think you don't block. I think you let them see.
Yeah.
I don't need you. I'm
good.
I'm good.
I'm fucking good.
Yeah. Fist up the turkey. I'm good.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is you.
Yeah. I wouldn't block. I'd be like, this is what you're literally not a part of. So.
But if you don't follow each other, well, you know they're going to go watch, aren't they? Let's be real. Would you do anything controversial to get their attention? Like, for people out there, would you, like...
Get my tits out? No.
Okay, relax.
I would do that.
Well... Because the thing is, if you still want to make them jealous, though, you're still hung up on this.
Well, of course you are. You've just broke up.
Okay. Do you know what I would say to do?
Anyone that says they're not...
Yeah, is lying.
They're lying.
Yeah. What I would say is, okay, this is especially for people that have been cheated on, yeah? What you're going to fucking do is you're going to go and get a spray tan. Express. Leave it on overnight. She's golden. Go and get your fucking hair done. Roots. Get fucking blow dry, yeah? Get your nails done. Get your toes done, yeah? Go out and have a fucking amazing time and post pictures of you looking that fucking good. Make sure, drive past their house looking that good. Oh my God, my tire's blown up. So they see you fixing a tire. You're independent. You can fucking fix it for yourself. Who's AA? Don't know him. Get that other tire back on so they've seen you independent. You don't fucking need that. And then rock that shit out. Okay. Any other suggestions from you?
What would I do?
Or maybe how to get over someone.
No, genuinely, right? If it was me and you and we broke up, what do you mean? I'd be at your family dinner.
Yeah, I'd still be there. I'd turn up.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, 100%. I'd knock at the door. I'd be like, we're not breaking
crazy.
up.
So, yeah, I'd just suggest just enjoy yourself.
Right.
I think it's really important when you've just broke up with somebody. Like, you're in routine and you're like, oh, I miss you and I want to text you. Don't text them. Don't miss them. Just keep yourself busy.
Go hard at work as well.
Do things that you love.
Yeah.
Just have a ball.
Yeah. Go out, have fun, see your friends. Focus hard on work.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing better than being distracted at that time.
Yep.
Yeah. And how do you get over someone?
Well,
don't be naughty.
I don't agree with the advice to get under someone. I think that just make you feel like shit.
Yeah.
I'm a person that if I've broken up with somebody, I'd like to take a minute and really just do me.
Baby, the thought of us breaking up is really hurting my heart.
Yeah, me too.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Really
I'm not
me.
a person to like, let's fucking go out and get back on the
piss.
Yeah.
Oh, on the wagon.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah.
Just have a minute, because I feel like when you're with someone, it's really intense and you almost become two people become one. Yeah. So I feel like you need to just get your independence back.
Yeah.
Just get yourself back.
Yeah.
So just chill. Just don't chill too much.
No, of course. Don't become lazy.
Don't chill too much.
No.
But I would say just relax, just do things that make you happy.
What about people that haven't going to have like a bad Christmas, do you think?
Without who?
Just in general. Some people don't enjoy Christmas time. I don't really enjoy Christmas time.
I feel like it's really important to have kids around when it's Christmas.
No, that's the worst advice I've ever heard in my life.
Well,
that would ruin Christmas for me.
I think it's important.
Right.
I think kids keep that spirit right.
Yeah.
Like, you're not excited anymore, but they are, so then you feel their excitement.
Right.
So I've had kids around me for all Christmases, even though I've got older, and they get a bit like, oh, it's Christmas. But having kids around really is a game changer.
That's Ella's advice. My advice is...
She's going to say get drunk.
Do not have any fucking kids around. Get blackout drunk and play Monopoly. Do not fucking... Because then you've got... No, because imagine, there's like 5 kids in a room. You're already a bit merry.
What, the Merry Christmas?
This is them tapping you.
Getting merry.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
No, it's not.
Look at me toy. Look at me toy. When's dessert? When's dessert? Santa's fat. I'm making a song now.
What is going on?
But it's just constant. Just let me sit with my Prosecco
Also, I'd
bottle
like
and
to just
cry.
add, right, if it's a lonely Christmas, like if you know someone's going to be on their own, invite that person over.
Round,
Are you joking?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it ruins your traditional Christmas. Invite them round.
Yeah.
That's nasty. Like, if I had a neighbour and I knew they were widowed,
Or just
partner's
alone.
dead, or just alone, no one's going round there, I'd knock the door and say...
That really hurts my heart because Christmas is meant to be a happy time and people are just alone on Christmas Day.
Some people are.
Me as I'm leaving my nan on Christmas Day. So I just
advise people to...
Cut that.
Advise people to knock the door and say, come on in. It only has to be for an hour.
Yeah, because at least that's something. And also, you never know, you might enjoy their company.
Yeah.
You might enjoy it. Must be so lonely for like older people.
I always remember, right, someone said to me with the Winnie the Pooh that Eeyore was so depressed and sad, but his friends never left him out. It's true.
Oh,
Eeyore was so sad, but they always invited him, and he used to be a stroppy old bastard, even when he was there.
You know what that reminds me of?
He always got invited.
It's like when you take me to go on walks and I'm a stroppy, horrible bitch, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it because you've invited me along.
Yeah.
And I'd be upset if you went
makes
on
a big
alone.
difference if you just include that person that might be a bit sad and lonely. They might not show at the time they appreciate it, but they'll go home and think, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And do you know what else as well? If you don't like Christmas because there's people there you don't get on with, just think of how amazing the bitching session is going to be when you get home. Just slag them off. It's going to be so good. You're going to have so much more content to slag them off with because they probably would have done something to piss you off on Christmas Day. We love a gossip. Do not lie and say we don't love a gossip.
Honestly.
Sometimes.
No, you do. When I've got nothing to tell you, you're like...
No. Do you know what else about Ella? I'll say some of the most outrageous... If I have had an argument with someone or something, I'll say the most outrageous shit about them. Like, I will say outrageous. And she's like, babe, I need to get this out my system, don't you? You're so morally correct.
Yeah.
Clearly I'm not. But...
You are.
You think I am?
Yeah.
Not
Come
nice. Come on. Okay. Any New Year's resolutions for you, by the way?
New Year's resolution. I think probably
to
along your...
propose. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. No, carry on. Sorry, I was only joking.
I think probably along your lines.
Mentally well.
I think it's really important to try and remain positive. It's hard to do. When things like you're sitting in traffic for 5 hours.
Like you did yesterday.
Like I did yesterday. So I think I'm going to try my best to remain positive. And we have books that we have.
I got us these books that in the morning you say 3 things you're looking forward to. And then in the evening you say 3 things you're grateful for.
And we did that for like 3 days and then we just gave up.
But we should do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll stay at yours tonight.
You know why that's funny? Because every time we're like, let's stay at yours, and then it gets to it and we're like, let's just stay
at yours. I just love staying.
That's a bundle of fun there.
I love staying at Ella's because there's a cat that wakes me up licking my nose.
It does.
You've got your sister Kate. I fucking love Kate.
Me too.
She comes
Miss
in.
Girl!
Miss Girl! She comes in. We always have a gossip. Mr. Jellyman's there.
Mr.
Jellyman.
Yeah.
He's always there and he's one of the girls. Like, your brother's there.
Yeah.
And me and your brother get on really well because I feel like we have the same sense of humour too.
Yeah. Skinny legend.
And he makes me laugh. He was carving pumpkins last night. Your mum. And also, this is one funny fact. If me and Ella have an argument, we call Ella's sister into the room because even though Kate is younger than us.
No, she is.
She is fucking wise beyond this girl's years.
She's got bundles of
She's fucking
wisdom.
like Gandhi, right?
She is.
So we're arguing and Kate will stand in the middle of the room and be like, I see your point and I see your point. But let's all look at it from this angle. And she resolves all of our arguments.
She makes your feelings feel so valid.
But then tells you if you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I was thinking when we move out together, we're going to have to get Kate and Mr. Jellyman in a room and in like a house, separate house right next to us.
Yeah.
When we argue.
Yeah. Which is not that often.
And it's never that deep.
Do you
Do you know what we do? We bicker, babe. We bicker over
The bicker babe.
stupid shit. It's my bicker babe. We bicker babe over stupid shit. Like
Yeah.
the most stupid shit.
Yeah. You know what? It's annoying.
Me?
A little bit. You saying about me folding clothes, but then you just shove them in the drawer and I'll go in there and fold them. That's fucking jarring gross.
Or do you know what else I'll do? I'll leave my dirty laundry there because I know you'll take it down anyway. I'll leave my cups up there because I know you'll take it down anyway. Wake up in the morning, she goes, do you want a coffee? I go, maybe, yeah. I know she's going to get me a coffee.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But I cook you dinner, so shut up.
Well,
should we end the pod?
Can do.
Maybe you should name one thing you love about me and then we'll end it.
Can't be arsed.
Go on. What's your favourite thing about me and we'll end the pod?
What I love about you is...
Fat ass. These tits.
No.
Come on now.
I just feel like I say it to you all the time, Grace. You want me to say it now?
Say it. I do this to her every night before we go to bed. I'm like, what do you love about me then? Otherwise I won't be able to sleep.
I love you. That's it.
Okay. Well, I love you and that's it.
That's
a nice way to end it, isn't it?
That's so gay.
I love you, you love me. We're a happy, not really family because that'd be incest, but... Anyway, buy your girlfriend a strap-on for Christmas. Remember, if you want to get a load more of this, you can download SGTV and see lots of other little clips that I've been doing. And also, tickets for the Wembley show are still out. Please buy some. Bring your friends, bring your family, because it is going to be such an amazing night. And I've really gone through a lot of trouble, actually, for this to get guests and shit. So if you could just maybe come, that would be great. Love you all. Bye.